The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Richardson going right to the air. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Ray certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Well, this defense for the Lions, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett.
And the Lions will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
After the interception, here's Goff. And his throw is incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
To throw again on 2nd down. Goff. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Their first possession of the game, and they're already going after double coverage.
That's a nice completion that can set the tone for things to come if they're able to keep finding ways to beat what the defense is throwing at them. They look like they're confident that they can get it done.
On 1st down, it's Gibbs. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39.
Jordan Brooks on the tackle. The Lions sitting at 5-2 on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 2nd and 9, Goff. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
The Green Bay Packers took a couple of members of the vaunted University of Georgia defense in the 1st round in the 2022 NFL Draft, and the second of those picks was Devontae Wyatt, a hulking lineman with excellent athleticism.
So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He's going to let this go for the end zone. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. Here's Jack Fox on to punt.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their opening drive, that ended with the interception. Fortunate, though, it didn't lead to points.
It didn't lead to points, and because they kind of got away with one, maybe you come back and throw something similar again to show that you're not afraid, that you're not going to back down, and take your shot. Let the defense know that you're going to be there all game long.
Now Richardson. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This taken in at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top two teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Play action. Now Richardson. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Going for it on 4th, Richardson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will recover, but it won't make much difference here. This will still be a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. They'll run on 1st down. Gibbs. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Brought down that time by Quay Walker. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibbs, and he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, Gibbs, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And it bangs off the right upright, no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
They had a chance there to really build a nice early lead, go up a couple of scores. But he doesn't hit that one quite right, and it winds up in empty possession.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, you know, there's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good. And
looking to be a threat come January. Oh, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's third of the game.
Picked off by Jason Verrett. That's an experienced DB picking off a rookie. And, you know, sometimes those experienced DBs, they love going against the young pups, don't they?
And I go back to the offseason, have a quick conversation with him about, hey, when you play younger quarterbacks, what's it like for you? And he says it's like being a boxer. I give him a lot of different angles, a lot of different looks, and a lot of times I just bait the young guy.
And there he baited him right into the interception. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers will take over here at their own 14-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of it.
He's got him in, complete. Touchdown, Packers.
Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Foreseeing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. These two teams all tied after one. Let's see, the Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on third.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
They'll set up to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
On play action, they'll throw. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver.
And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Up the middle they go. It's Gibbs, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Reed.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Tracy Walker. 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions touchdown. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Let's go now.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
1st and 10. Here's Richardson with it.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be second down. Now a handoff up the middle. Gibbs, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Badgley up and good. And it's now 21-7. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Off play action. Richardson.
Slide. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
Richardson now on second down.
And now here's another interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
But we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He finds his man complete. That's Gibbs.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
2nd and 4.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
And the Packers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's when you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? You can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
And it'll be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
And the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it. And look,
he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there as the first half is winding down.
And the Lions will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point by Badgley up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
That's good for 28 yards.
But give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice game.
On first down, Richardson
throwing right, and that's complete.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway.
No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They've reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. Up the middle they go. It's Gibbs. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
On second down now, it's Gibbs, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker.
And into the end zone, it's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
So second and 10 now here in the third quarter from Detroit. Richardson on second and 10. His throw incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
On third down, here's Richardson. He finds Watson complete. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Well, this looks like a roughing call. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Richardson. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers have got it back to within a score. Richardson will throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning.
He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers.
A great effort there with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Packers have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he had no room to run as he's tackled. Inside the 20.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Now this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, tried to help him shake it off because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he fires one incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Go check. Go check. Nothing, 19. Check, 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 check.
They'll look to throw.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. They'll try the left side. Gibbs. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone.
Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And he's going to be tackled inside his 10-yard line. May hear a few words from his head coach on that decision.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead, and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
First and 10, Richardson looks to throw it.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Eluding the pressure right.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibbs.
And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Hey, hey,
On second down, Montgomery shreds him with a stiff arm.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. They find some open field here.
And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Here we go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a give right side. Gibbs, and he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 15-yard line.
57 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Now a give right side. It's Gibbs. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. They'll try and run for it. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
On second down, it's Gibbs. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
Picked off by Jair Alexander.
And the Packers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Give him 32 on the play.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Wentz going to bat this forward on the jet sweep. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Richardson to throw off play action.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Throwing now is Richardson.
Dancing to it, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Aiden Hutchinson
drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
For a rookie first rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
On is the punter Charlton now as he's able to get this one away.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw.
St. Brown on the catch.
That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with this 4-point fourth quarter lead.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 44-yard line.
They'll look to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Look at 19. 19 strikes. 19 strikes. Check it.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Gibbs. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. He's back to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
Steps away. It's complete, and he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. And a timeout is called. So now you're looking at probably just one final play from back in their own territory, and they're going to need a miracle.
Here's Richardson.
And this one is incomplete. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it, because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded, because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for the Lions,
they climb to 6-2 on the year as they close in on the midpoint of this 17-game schedule.
And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears.